So I finally did a 50% water change on my 15-gallon column tank today. And I trimmed all my greenery because there was a blight that started on all my plants, including this one here I call the crawling eye. It looks all wimpy right now because I trimmed him. It's to be expected. He was taking up the entire part of the tank, which looks to me naked. But yeah, he took up all that entire area except a little bit of this area here. So of course there was a crowding problem, and I thought that the loaches would be upset that I took these Java ferns and I separated them because, you know, they prefer dark areas, but they seem to be really enjoying it. I just turned the light on about, I don't know, 20 minutes ago, and they're really enjoying this. At least that's what I take on it, because these little guys, these coleoloaches, are not known for, at least what I read on the internet, they do not like light. But I figure that if they're actually bothered by it, they won't be hanging out, enjoying all the nibblies from whatever was kicked up from the water change and separating the Java ferns and snipping all the greenery. Yes, I used one of those siphon D-Lo boppers that suck up the dirt underneath the gravel, and sucks up gravel too, but the gravel falls down. It's blocked off from the tube that goes into the bucket. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just very tired right now. I have not added any, I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's a plant food for my tank, since shortly after I finally got my tank to be clear. I did that to give the plants more of a chance, but now I'm wishing I had not, because the water is green. It's not a deep swamp green like it has been in the past when I used to use that plant food all the time. You can't really tell in this video though. Usually all the colors are way more vibrant and just stick out at you. You can see a little bit of a hue of green. It's just weird. Plago's not happy with it. He keeps fidgeting, and you know how plecotomuses tell you when they're not happy. Anyway, check out these loaches. I love these loaches. I always thought they were aggressive, and I was really happy to find out that they were non-aggressive. I know I have plenty of videos of loaches, but of my loaches, and I haven't seen all 5 of them together in a very long time, since they're itsy bitsy little things. Well, the first time they discovered that they enjoyed cucumber. And just yesterday I was wondering how many loaches I had left, because I hadn't seen them in a few months all at once. And here they all are, all 5. Well, 5 until they start breeding like crazy, like they're known to do. Which the lady at the pet store, at the fish store, didn't bother to tell me that they're known for overbreeding. Breeding too much, excuse me. I'm just really tired. They look like underwater caterpillars right now to me. This makes me wonder if that big one on the left isn't pregnant, because those spots weren't there on the one on the right in the lower left corner last time I saw them. These guys are huge. Of course, there's one that's smaller than the rest. He's in there somewhere. Not quite as fat. But there's always one. Hey look, Pleco makes a guest appearance. I've only seen one of my tetras for a while. I take that back. I saw another one last week, but it's very sick. And by the time I returned back with a net, with a tank skimmer to retrieve him and put him in the quarantine tank, he had disappeared. So I'm assuming that these guys feasted well that night. That tetra was very sick. That tetra was going to go any moment, it looked like. I don't know what was going on. Hopefully with cutting the blight out of these, as much as possible out of these greeneries, they'll help with whatever had stricken that tetra. Only one tetra. I believe I had 5, I can't remember, was it 3 or 5 to begin with? I know I started off with 5 white clouds, and then ended up getting 3 more. They're just little tinier things. They're just fry. 10 cents a piece. Good hearty fish. And I forget the name of these guys here that are striped. Usually that's more brilliant, but it's the green tank. It's the green water in the tank. And yes, I changed the filter. It's the plant food. But anyway, I believe I have 5 left of the white clouds. My red-finned, green-tipped fishies. They look like mini salmon. I have one of them in a quarantine tank right now. I keep wanting to do the Epsom salt bath on her. But I'm afraid of killing her, so I haven't done it yet. She had another one in there with her. That one passed away. Who knows why? Maybe the stress from the cats watching on a constant basis. Hey, this is the one that I've been looking for. This one's sick. And by the time I go and get this tank skimmer, boom, gone. Or by the time I stand up, it'll be gone. So I'm going to let the green water stay in the tank for a couple days to help my plant life. Hoping my fish aren't too affected by it. It's just about every single plant that I've tried in about 2 years I've had this tank. Everything has died except these Java ferns, the crawling eye, as I call it. And these, I can't remember the names of them right now. Everything else died. And multiples of these here died. So and also having real greenery in there helps so much, and a wide variety of things for the fishies in the tank as well. It just doesn't, it's just not one of those things that just, hey, it looks cool, it's live. Huh. Let's add this just because it's alive. No. Life plants do multiple things for a tank. These guys are relaxing to watch, aren't they? Oh well, this is about 11:30, October 27th, 2015. My tank.